guys, what's up? It's Franny, and today's video is kind of a video that I've never done before, and it is basically me talking about how I moved to LA at 18 years old. So this video, it's not like it was requested, but I kid you not, I get messages and tweets and everything, I think every single day from you guys asking me how I moved from Jersey to LA. I moved across the country at 18 years old, and I get messages from you guys saying that you guys want to move out here at 18. How did I do it? Where did I stay? How did I manage school when I first moved out here? Did I have money? Like, everyone's been asking me so much. They're like, how do I do it? I want to do it. So I'm here to explain as much as I possibly can to you guys. And everything that I say in this video, I am not telling you to go and get up and do what I did, because honestly, when I look back at it, what I did was pretty crazy. It was very risky, but that's the kind of person that I am. I love taking risks, and I hate living with a what if in my life, so that's why I did it. But yeah, so I'm basically just kind of going to tell you from my journey from Jersey to LA and how I kind of managed to do it all. Before I start talking, I feel like I'm just gonna start rambling about so much things, so I'm gonna try and start from the very beginning to the point where I want to stop and just try and be as organized as possible. So I fell in love with California when I came here on vacation when I was 14 years old. I came to Laguna Beach for 2 weeks, and I came with my friend Emma to visit her mom, who was living here at the time, and we stayed here for 2 weeks. It was my first time ever in California, and that's where I fell in love with the state. I just loved the weather, I loved the people, and even though I was so young at 14, I was so determined. I was like, I'm living here, I'm living here, I'm living here. And I don't even think we went to visit LA. Maybe we went once, but it was more just like Laguna captured my eyes and captured my heart. I loved it. So when I got home from this vacation, you know, I was getting into high school. I was just a freshman, and you know, I told my parents, like, Mom, Dad, I'm moving there when I'm older. And they're like, okay, like, all right, you'll get there eventually. So I would always tell myself, I'm moving to LA, I'm moving to LA, I'm moving to LA all of high school. I told all my friends, I've told everyone that I know. People back home know that my dream has always been LA. So then senior year comes around, and my plan was just to go to community college in Jersey and, you know, get my associates, and then, you know, transfer to university, and then eventually move to California, you know. My plan was not to move right away. So this is where it starts getting complicated, because now I need to explain to you guys how I know the people out here. How did I get to where I'm at? Summer of going into senior year of high school, I met one of my best friends now, Brianna. Not Brianna Salas. I know you guys are probably thinking of her. It is another Brianna Wu. I met her through a boutique that we both worked at. And it was actually funny because I was kind of taking over her position because she was moving to LA. So she was there for 2 weeks kind of training me, teaching me how to do it. And then, you know, she moved to LA. That was her plan. So then I kind of took over her position. And those 2 weeks that we met, you know, we hung out a few times, and then we kind of stayed in touch throughout the whole year. Then my senior year, my spring break, that was when I went to LA for the first time. I went with my friend Emma, and we went to vacation there in the spring, whatever. And that's kind of how I met everyone, because I met everyone through Brianna. So that's a big question that everyone's asking me. How did I meet Keenan and JC? I met them through my friend Brianna, see, like 3-4 years ago. So that's kind of how I started making friends out here, you know. Then after that spring break, the following summer, I visited her again. And that's when I decided I am moving to LA. It was a very spontaneous kind of thing. It was kind of like my plan was to go to college in Jersey, and then I kind of said, no, I'm not doing that. So basically what I did, obviously my parents were not that happy about the idea. They were kind of scared. Obviously, I feel like almost any parent would be scared for their child to go across the country on their own. I mean, luckily I had kind of a group of friends already that were there for me. So I took a semester off of school going into the fall of 2015. Yeah. Fall 2015, and I was working in Jersey, just saving up money. And then I made the move to LA. I think it was December 29th. Yes, December 29th of 2015. That is when I moved to LA. I remember it very clearly. So I saved up money. I was working as a waitress, and I saved up probably $2,000. It's really not a lot of money to move out here. And when I moved out here, I moved in with my friend Brianna, and I was living on her couch. Probably a lot of people don't know this, but I was living on her couch for a few months, and it was hard. It was a very big sacrifice. Doing a move like that, you have to sacrifice a lot. I sacrificed a lot. I'm telling you, when you live in LA, money goes like water. LA is not a cheap place to live. It is very expensive. I was living in LA for a month or two and I was looking for jobs, but it was just so hard finding a job or finding the right one because I was also going to enroll in school. So it was a lot. I was enrolling into the spring semester and I had like a month or two to look for a job that, that was flexible with my schooling, that I was making enough money to survive. And, the first month or two, that money was going fast and I literally thought I had to move back to Jersey. I just saw the money was going. I just saw, there was no way for me to make money. Like, it was just so hard. So then I swear God is everywhere. God is always with me. I was always praying and going to church and saying, God, please, I'm out here for a reason. I know I'm out here for a reason. I know that I didn't go through all of this just to go back home after 2 months. So one day, I kid you not, I had probably $100 in my bank account. I had nothing. I was starving, but I was being very cautious with my money. I barely had money for food. I was not in a good place. And I was also, about to start school. And I came across Toast. If you guys don't know, Toast is my job that I was working at for 2 years. I was a waitress there. So basically I came across Toast because I went to lunch with Brianna to meet up with a friend at Toast, and I remember thinking, I can't buy anything here, I can't afford it, because I only had a few bucks in my account and that's gonna be it. That's it. I'm not gonna have any more money. And I remember going there and I remember the whole day I was giving people my resume, all day long at different jobs, different places. Brianna was like, Franny, do you have another resume? Just give it to them. And I was like, I might as well. So I asked for the manager and I handed them my resume and they were like, oh my God, we are looking for a waitress. When can you come in for an interview, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can come in tomorrow. I can come in whenever. I went in for an interview a few days later and I got the job. And that is basically how I was able to stay in LA, was because of that job. And I'm forever thankful for that job. That was the job that got me on my feet. I made money to survive. I made enough money to support myself. So Toast, I'm forever thankful for you. Toast Bakery Cafe. Go check it out if you're ever in LA. It's awesome. So that's kind of how I kind of made my transition. So then I was living with Brianna for about 5-6 months. And then I eventually moved in with my friend Emily. And that's kind of where I was able to finally settle. I had my own bedroom, my own bathroom, and I was living with one of my best friends and her mom. And I loved it. It was the best thing ever. So yeah, that's kind of my story into LA. And then obviously I am to where I am now. But that was the big transition. Obviously it was not an easy transition. I know what it's like, obviously, to not have that much money and, to the point where I have enough money to support myself. So I've been through the whole spectrum, guys. I know everything. So that's my story that I wanted to share with you guys. And so I wanted to kind of answer a few questions. I don't even have questions. I'm just kind of thinking about the questions that you guys have been asking me. So yeah, a lot of you guys are always asking me, I want to do the move. How did you do it? Blah, blah, blah. So basically, like I said, doing a move like this is not easy. It is a move that takes a lot of risk. You need some sort of support. I was lucky enough to have a friend group already out here, which made it so much easier for me for that transition, because I was very homesick for the first few months. It was very hard for me. It was literally living in hell the first 6 months. Living on a couch, you don't have your privacy, not having a lot of money, working a lot, going to school. It was hell. And that's one thing you have to understand. On social media, you put what you want people to see. And obviously I put the good moments of my life when I first moved out here in LA, but a lot of people didn't know what I was really going through. And it is a very big move. It's a very big commitment. But I feel like if you have the drive and if you have the passion to do it, and if this is really where you want to be and this is where you want to have your career, or this is where your dreams are, it's possible. I'm telling you, if I did it, I think anybody could do it. I'm here still in LA after 2 years, a little over 2 years. I'm still doing okay. If you guys do want to plan on moving out here, I would just say, start saving, literally start saving, have enough money for a few months. Obviously save more than me. I would say save more than $2,000. You see, I kind of rushed into it a little bit, but just save. And if you want to make the move, make sure you have enough money for rent, food, and your expenses for at least 3 or 4 months. And that way you have 4 months to find a job, find whatever you need to do to make an income. I would just try and take it easy. Like I said, when you're planning on moving out here, just get ready to grind. People who come to LA, I think it's a very lavish life. LA is, if you've never been here, a lot of people have money, a lot of people have this and that. You literally the first time I came here, you see $100,000 cars on the roads. Like, you're like, what is this life? Like, it's crazy life. I love LA though, but it's a place where you need to be ready to work. I'm telling you that when I got here, I was doing so much. Like, I was a waitress, I was doing freelance makeup, I was babysitting, I was going to school, I was doing so much. I look back at myself and I'm like, wow, I was doing so much at 18 years old. I don't regret it at all because I am where I am now. I worked my freaking butt off to be where I am now. And, you know, I'm proud of myself. And like, that's something I feel like that's really important to kind of realize. You know, obviously that was a huge obstacle for me. You know, all those little obstacles, you know, not having enough money, sleeping on a couch for 5 months, or, you know, just little obstacles would always get in my way. And I remember some speaker, I forgot who it was, but he made this amazing point that I will never forget because it reminded me of myself. And he said, the difference between someone who is successful and who is not successful is that someone who isn't successful will get stopped by an obstacle and they will not try to find a way around it. They will get in front of this obstacle and be like, darn, that's it, I lost, and walk away. Someone who is successful will look at that obstacle and say, okay, what can I do to get around it? What can I do to keep going? And that's what it is. It's like, I'm telling you the amount of things, everything that happened to me out here, tears, crying, sadness, anger, like I was going through it all out here. Like, my life isn't perfect. I'm not gonna sit in this camera and be like, oh my god, I smile and smell daisies all day, because that's not true at all. But you know, I did it. I went through it all, and I'm happy to say that I am where I am right now in my life. So guys, I mean, I know a lot of you guys asking, how do you move to LA? And basically it's just, you just gotta work, you gotta grind, you gotta save money, and you just gotta be ready to take on a city like this. Cause, you know, if you're planning on coming here and trying to like chill out and not do anything, well, you need a reality check. Especially if you're doing it all on your own like I did. Yeah, so guys, basically that's kind of all I had to say. I'm just trying to think of anything else, like questions or, a lot of you guys have been asking about school. I'm not gonna say where I go to school, but I do go to community college. I don't pay in-state tuition, and I've been kind of paying as I go along because I only go part-time. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the community colleges out here are very good. A lot of the universities out here are really good. And honestly, if you can somehow make the move of going straight into a university in the area, it might be easier because if you dorm and, you know, you're on campus and, you know, you can do FAFSA, so you can get financial aid to help, you know, with paying for it, it would probably be a much easier move than what I did, because what I did was a little crazy. But yeah, guys, so that is how I moved to LA. I wanted to kind of just briefly tell you guys how I did it, because I get messages every single day on it, how to do it, how I managed to get across the country 3,000 miles on my own. My parents are still in Jersey. I miss them every single day. I hope one day, or I hope very soon, they're able to move out here. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on any other questions you have about moving across the country, moving to LA, or even moving to any other place. I mean, I don't know any other place, but I can kind of help you out if you need. I'm always here to help. I love helping. Don't forget to subscribe. Put those push notifications on so when I put a video out, you know, y'all get that notification right away. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!